1-minute warning!
To the goofball army out there, hi at the families, tell them to get to the next room, tell them to go to your neighbors, because we got goofball news to go over, and it might get crazy.
Typically does, guys. If it's your first episode ever, you got like 30 seconds before we start, so not enough time to go to the bathroom, but go get a drink, because trust me, you're probably going to need it there. In the meantime, the rest, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. That way you know about future episodes as well, guys. Buckle your seatbelts if you haven't already. Make sure your tray is in the upright position here, guys, because we are just about ready to get going. And like, oof.
Guys, if you want a crazy ride going forward, a bunch of nonsense, but all nothing but the truth about the Giants, listen in, buckle in, tell a friend.
Let's go.
And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs and Your Giants podcast. I am Drew, joined as always by...
I'm Rob. And let's get the show going. Not so much on the road.
Oh, yeah. We didn't do it this time. We're not going on the road. On the road again.
Well, we're going to the Mile High, so I guess we are on the road.
We're climbing the mountain.
Yeah. Ain't no mountain high enough, Drew.
Yes. To keep me away from a win, hopefully.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, the Giants are looking to join the Mile High Club this week, I guess you could say. Because they're looking to score from a mile high.
I'm hoping for like at least 3 scores.
We're like big children.
Yeah.
What it is. Listen, guys, we got the injury report to go over there with you for this upcoming game here at Denver, like we mentioned. We got Denver Broncos kind of talking a little trash here, which makes me want to win this game even more. And that's, like, let's be honest, guys, we haven't won like this in a while. Like winning 2 out of the last 3 with the potential of 3 out of the last 4 if we win this one here. Like I can't even tell you the last time that we've had that kind of optimism from the fan base and all. So listen,
2022.
It's okay to be a little crazy. It's okay to be a little crazy. And you're right. 22 probably is the last time there's been this level of optimism. That's for sure. So, we
won 6 games a year after, and then 3 games a year after that. So
don't be boy. That's my job. Okay. And then, of course, guys, it's Thursday, so we're doing our Week 7 picks here. So, like I said, a lot of stuff to go on and over with here with you guys. So let's get right into it. All righty, so let's get right into it, the injury report here. So the fun stuff right off the bat. So we'll start off with the Broncos in this case here, because let's be honest, as Giant fans, you probably know a little more on the Giants side than you do the Broncos side. So here's where we're at there. And this is, like, again, we're recording this Thursday night, so we're doing what we have knowledge-wise at this time. Nik Bonitto, who is literally the leader in the NFL in sacks currently, is listed with a wrist injury. He's a full participant, though, both days. So obviously there should be no reason for him to miss the game, barring any kind of crazy weird setback there. Inside linebacker Alex Singleton, thumb injury. Again, full participant on both practices here Wednesday and Thursday. He's their tackles leader. So got a couple guys banged up that are big names already right off the bat. Jonathan Cooper, outside linebacker, quad injury, limited participant both days. He's got 4.5 sacks on the year, so definitely part of that pass rush there. Greenlaw, linebacker, spent the last 6 years with the 49ers. So if that name sounds familiar, that's probably why. Hasn't played yet this year, though, after signing with the Broncos this offseason. And he is designated to return from the injured reserve as of yesterday. So, that means he may come this week. He may come next week. We don't know. Hopefully next week.
Yeah.
Jonah Elliss, backup linebacker, plays a lot of special teams as well. 11 tackles so far in 5 games. He's on the list there with the limited participant. Did not practice, I should say. Both practices there with a shoulder injury, so that's not looking good for them to have him. And the big thing really is the IR with them. And the big thing specifically is not just the IR, but it's one position on the IR, and that's left guard. We talked about a little bit last night there. Ben Powers, their projected starter at left guard, is out right now. He's on IR. but he's eligible to return later on in the year. But Matt Pert, ex-Giant, who's been playing for him, is now officially out as well on the IR. So they're down to option number 3, which I got to be honest with you, man. I meant to look up how to pronounce this kid's name. I have no clue. I'm gonna like totally butcher this name that I assume is like Polish or Polish region-esque because it ends in ski. Alex Paulzuski, I'm gonna say is how you pronounce it there. They call him Palcho. Started 3 games last year at right tackle. Never has played left guard in his entire career. So I don't know about you, but I'm thinking let's line up Dexter Lawrence right over him the entire game. What the hell? Let's go for it. Drew Sanders, the linebacker, also is on IR as well. They got a couple of defensive linemen also on IR. So listen, they're not that healthy per se as their injury list would, injury report would show, because if you're on the IR, they just don't mention that you're on the IR. This is just showing you the guys who are currently injured. And like I said, the only ones that I would say as far as the injuries that I would not expect to see is Jonah Elliss, because he's not practicing for 2 days straight. And Greenlaw is kind of 50-50 because he's coming back from a major injury there. But Cooper, Singleton, Bonitto, I expect to see all 3 of those in this game there, unfortunately. I'd love for them to be out, just this one game.
Bonitto.
Be nice. Giants injury-wise. Now, listen, if you haven't already, maybe this is a good time to go to the bathroom, maybe grab a drink, because, this is going to be a while. Deontay Banks did not practice Wednesday, full participant on Thursday. Now, he just is a brand new papa again. So I think I read actually the woman, obviously, I don't know if he's married or not, but had twins. So listen, no matter what, we may not like the way Banks plays. We may have issues with some of the attitude problems, stuff like that, but congratulations to him and the family, because
kudos, man.
That's still babies. Linebacker Swayze Bozeman. Again, he's got the ankle injury he's had for a while here, ever since appearing in Dirty Dancing. Did not practice the last 2 days here. Linebacker Demetrius Flanagan Fowles, hamstring issue. Again, hasn't played a couple weeks and did not practice the first 2 weeks here. John Michael Schmitz, that's going to be the big one to keep an eye on here on the offensive line specifically. Again, we're playing a pretty big pass rush team here. The guys that lead the NFL in sacks. And JMS actually been playing decent the last couple weeks here, but he is right now projected to be out. He's in the concussion protocol from last week, and as of right now, he's not eligible to practice, and that's not a good sign to be going into Wednesday and he hasn't practiced yet. I'll put it that way. So, Darius Slayton with the hamstring did not practice also the first 2 days as well. That's probably the bigger name most people are kind of curious about there, but. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens overall with him, guys. He's going to be kind of that game time decision, I think, there, depending on how that hamstring feels on Sunday specifically. And if he can go, listen, he doesn't need to practice to go. It's wide receiver.
Yeah.
We're loose and ready.
He knows his routes.
Yeah.
He knows his routes.
Knows the playbook. He's been practicing with Dart for a while. Like, I'm not worried about that part of it. Just want him healthy.
Yeah.
Right tackle Jermaine Illuminor, who was also kind of a game time decision last week for us there. Shoulder and back issue. He's been a limited participant the last 2 days. From everything I'm hearing, he should be good to go. Defensive lineman Chauncey Golston had the neck injury, was a limited participant on Wednesday, did not practice today. So being downgraded midweek is usually not a good sign. He's been out for the last couple weeks as well, so we'll have to see. Wide receiver Jalen Hyatt, exhaustion from actually catching the ball last week. No.
Carrying the team on its back.
He's like, that's 3 more receptions that I had all year. But he's got an issue with his ankle. He's been a limited participant, so obviously limited. I expect him to play. But we'll see. Obviously, things do change as the week progresses. Defensive lineman Roy Robertson Harris with the knee injury, limited participant both days. I do expect him as well. A new name to the injury report, outside linebacker Victor. I'm going to mispronounce his name again until he starts playing. Dimokije, I think is how you pronounce him right when we signed him in the summer. This is the kid we got from the Cardinals, the backup outside linebacker who hasn't played because he had a pectoral injury he suffered before camp even, and just been out, for the whole entire time. So he is with a back in the practice window there, so he can return any week now. He was a full participant both Wednesday and Thursday, so we might see the season debut, and of course, we will be looking forward to that. Watch, I say that, and he's like the player of the game, and I listen. I'm cool with that if that's what happens. That's all I care about. DJ Davidson did not practice with a knee injury on Thursday. Was a full good to go on Wednesday. So again, that's not a good sign there. Paulson Adebo, the shoulder injury, was a limited participant on Thursday, but good to go on Wednesday. So I got to imagine he's going to be good to go. They're just kind of taking it easy on him there. Along with Dane Belton with the neck injury, has been a limited participant on Thursday as well. So, injury wise, guys, it's a lot of injuries for the Giants as always. That's a long list here. But
it's a recurring thing for the Giants.
Yeah. The only ones I'm really concerned with overall is JMS and Darius Slayton, because this offense has a huge task. And it's sad that I'm not going to say Jalen Hyatt, even though clearly the MVP of last week. But, it's a situation where we got to figure out how to beat a really good defense. And you need all hands on deck for that. And we're already short 2 big hands in Malik Neighbors. We need everybody we can get. So hopefully Jalen Hyatt's good. Hopefully Darius Slayton's good to go. And hopefully Jermaine Illuminor is good to go as well. What the hell? Hopefully Hyatt's good to go as well. He got a couple catches yet last week. Maybe that was the start of him becoming at least somewhat role player. I don't think he'll ever be a star. But if he can get me 3-4 catches a game, I'm cool with it. It's something.
Yeah. Listen, 2 or 3 big plays where 18 yards. Yeah. If you're talking about like something like a deep threat, like where he catches a big bomb down the field, like fences down the field. Yeah. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say even general. I'll take a couple catches in general. It's more we've been getting from. That's for damn sure. So let's talk about the Broncos not being impressed apparently with Jaxson Dart. So this all started because of Jonathan Cooper, who is, like I said, a guy who's literally the AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week there when they beat the poop out of the Jets there. Like I said, 4.5 sacks this year, so having a nice start. Talking about Jaxson Dart at the podium there with the press, he said he's a young guy. He's feeling himself a little bit. He's out there running around. He's got the chain on. He's dancing. I feel like everyone needs something, No, I don't know. Let's be very clear. I don't know. What are you insinuating, Cooper?
He's just saying that
needs something, Like I feel like he's just like, oh, this guy's in for attention.
He's definitely calling out that the coach has put him on a leash. But
I'm not
looking at against the Eagles.
He means the diamond chain he wears in the field and stuff like that. I think he's the other way. You got the chain on. You're dancing around the field like you're doing this all for attention, and there ain't nothing wrong with that, guys. There ain't nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Like, you want to dance and you want to do stuff when you're winning, go for it. You just better still have fire and passion when you're not winning either. You know what I mean? It can't be like I'm not going to name specific players, Lamar Jackson, but it's like when things aren't going well for certain people, they just sulk on the bench. I don't care if you got passion and you're kind of flashy at that point when things are going well. As long as you're doing what you need to do, what's right for you to do for the team when things aren't going well. Again, that's all I care about. I'll judge a player a lot more, based on what they do when things aren't going well than I will based on how things are going well. It's easy to be the winning quarterback.
Yeah. Well, we only got a little over 3 games of footage of how Dart is compared to Lamar, which in your case is over 3 years of footage. But Dart, at every point that you see him on the sideline, he is in everyone's face, getting riled up.
Yep.
We're at Team CTE. Let's go.
Yeah, damn straight. And the Denver Post went on to say that he said, but we've went against QBs who have run around in the pocket and who've tried to do stuff with their legs. So ain't nothing we haven't seen. We play one of the best quarterbacks twice a year, every year. So once you go against that, you kind of get a feel of the game and you know what you need to do. You've got to make him feel uncomfortable in the pocket. First off, I love that he's comparing him to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Please sign me up. done. Seriously, like, why would you like? Yeah, I'll okay. He's Patrick Mahomes. We'll take that comparison. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think he meant more of the lines of like, hey, we could stop this guy. We can stop your guy, basically at that point, But it's like, in a way, they kind of put him in the status of Patrick Mahomes.
They definitely, they teetered that line there.
Yeah, and I won't do that even as a Giant fan because I don't think that's fair to put on him, and I don't think he's earned that. Like it's been a couple of games. Let's give it the rest of the year and see how things progress here. And plus you're literally talking about one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. I don't care how much people hate the Chiefs because of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Patrick Mahomes.
People were hating the Chiefs before that.
I know, but I just throw that in there because that's what everybody typically goes to. He has been literally one of the best quarterbacks to ever play this game, flat out. Like if you put him in top 5, top 10, you're not crazy. Like that's not ridiculous. I'm not going to say where he goes because his career is still going, and it's kind of I hate judging people where they are top 10, top 5 like that when their career is still going on. But it's not ridiculous to put him on there based on how he plays, how many times he's been to the Super Bowl, things that are mile markers for quarterbacks.
And so, he's still pretty young in his career.
Yes, he's still what 30? I want to say.
If
so,
maybe 6 season, 7 seasons.
30. He just turned 30 about literally almost a month ago today. So
related.
Yeah. So like I said, listen, you want to compare him? I'll take that all day long. But I'll also take the fact that we're going to find out how much that kind of stuff fires up Jaxson Dart. Because you don't think Jaxson Dart knows he said this? There's no way in hell he doesn't. And that would fire me up if I'm Dart. And let's be honest, Dart's a very fiery guy. Who's probably also running around smacking his head against the walls? Cam Scadaboosie and stuff like that. Like, you talk about my quarterback like that.
100%.
Wait till he goes in there and I got to block him. Pop him right in the freaking chin at that point. Like that's what's going to happen. Like, I don't think Cooper realizes he's putting a target on himself. And listen, I'm not advocating doing like the Saints did back in the day, doing Bounty Gate and stuff like that. But don't think for a second that when you talk trash about a quarterback, the guys aren't gunning for you when they get the chance to hit you. Like that's going to happen. So prepare to put the thick pads on tomorrow on Sunday, Cooper, because you're going to need it.
Yeah, a couple days from now.
Yeah, whatever. Been a long week and I'm exhausted. Now, on top of that, Nik Bonitto also posted on X, I've never seen such a delusional fan base. And then he went ahead and deleted it. Who's a delusional fan base? Listen, I've said all along, like, let's go ahead and temper ourselves a little bit. I've said that plenty of times in the show. But we have been in a scenario where the Giants and Giants fans haven't enjoyed watching football, let's be honest, in some years now. Let us enjoy this. There's nothing wrong with enjoying this run as long as you understand what this run is. As long as you're not going, oh, Super Bowl run. Like, that's not what this is. This is just a fun run with a new quarterback or winning some games.
And he also realized he's playing for the Broncos, right? Since John Elway, they had pretty much the Lord and Savior himself come in and made that team exciting. And Jay Cutler.
All right, think about Tebow?
Yeah. And Jay Cutler. And that's the excitement.
And Jake Plummer.
Oh, Kyle Orton. Yeah, he was there too.
Jake the Snake.
Yeah. So, like, there's definitely some disillusion, like, the Denver fans out there. So let's
yeah, man, and I don't think the Broncos
temper.
The Broncos are not a bad franchise. So, like, that's the thing. Like, I won't talk trash about the Broncos. It's a good franchise. Like, even before Elway won his 2 rings, they were going to a couple of Super Bowls with him, Like, they've been good pretty much my whole life. You go to the Shanahan years when he was coaching there at that point, and they kept them going to the playoffs, had a different 1,000-yard rusher every season. Like, they had a lot of good stuff there. But to sit there and say the Giants fans are delusional, I don't think people are saying, "Oh my God, we're gonna crush this team. Oh my God, we're gonna win the Super Bowl." I don't see that kind of stuff. Now they may be a little overexcited by what Dart's doing a little bit to a certain degree. Like I'll say that's true, but I don't know if I go delusional. It's just more exciting because we haven't had something to be excited about in so long. It's like you're that kid whose parents save up all Christmas all year long to get you Christmas presents, so you don't get anything all during the year. And all of a sudden, there's Christmas morning, and you're going nuts, sticking, ripping wrapping paper off everywhere.
Just going nuts.
That's what this is. We haven't had a president in years. Let us God damn it. Especially because, let's be honest, we don't know how this is going to go. This is either going to go very well for us, or it's going to end abruptly and be back to be miserable. Who knows? Let us enjoy the happiness while we can. And I'm telling you, like I said, I don't think we're going to win this game. I've said that before. I said it yesterday. I don't, because I think it's just a little bit of a difficult team for us to beat with the offense we've had and the defense they have. But I'll tell you, I don't think I won't go to the level of the Eagles, but because of these two schmucks, I want to win this game more than I've wanted to win any game this year so far with a non-division rival. Because of that, I'll say that, a non-division rival, because I wanted to beat the Eagles. We're very glad we did that. I really wanted to beat the Cowboys because I hate them too. I guess I want to beat the Commanders because they're a division rival, but I don't care as much about those guys. But it is what it is. Like this is going to be something that you're going to see bulletin board material on. This is what they're going to talk about amongst the players. This is like they disrespect us. I'm telling you, I love it. This is the dumbest thing that Broncos could have done. Just stay quiet, humble, talk your trash after you win. Assuming you do. So,
assuming.
All right, let's pay the bills real quick, guys. We'll be back for our Week 7 picks.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
All righty, guys, let's get into our Week 7 picks here because we got a lot of games. And I got to say, guys, there's a lot of weird games here, too, this week. This is like a lot of games where I'm like, this is a bad matchup, but it might be a fun matchup, too. Because in the end, you put two losing teams together, you know what's going to happen.
Someone's got to win.
Someone's got to win. And it's weird because sometimes two really bad teams is just as fun to watch as two really good teams. They're at least closely matched. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to necessarily see the Browns play on a regular basis. You don't want to necessarily see the Dolphins play on a regular basis. But the Dolphins versus the Browns? That actually could be a fun game to watch. A lot of sloppy football. People falling down randomly. Gonna be like Benny Hill music in the background. You never know.
The whole time.
Yes.
That's what I'm hear the whole time. I want to see them run between sidelines.
All right. Now we got the first game going on as we're recording this live here. So we'll go quick on this one here. But you got the Steelers at the Bengals there. The Steelers are literally a 5.5-point favorite. 45 is the over-under, and simply I went Steelers under.
Yeah, I think we're in complete agreement here. But as we're watching this game, it's 14-10.
Yeah. But it's also the second quarter. We got time. We got time.
Yeah.
Things can
Plenty
change.
of time here.
And Aaron
But
Rodgers.
thank you, T. Higgins, for giving me some points.
Give us a second, and it might be back to the Steelers in a second here. So
We shall see.
Let's go to our very first game here, and
in jolly good old London.
This one's actually going to be, I think, an interesting
I think
game.
this is going to be a fun game.
Yeah, this is at Wembley Stadium there, like you said, in jolly old England there. So the Rams are the Rams are 3-point favorites. The over-under on is 44.5. Now, I feel like every time I bet on the Rams, they mess it up. And every time I bet against the Rams, they all of a sudden get better again. So I feel like the Rams are like one of those teams that I just don't want to bet for or against. I want to like skip every single game of theirs because you just never know what the hell Jags you're getting. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Rams to win this. I'm going to go ahead and say that the 3 points doesn't matter at all. That's not going to change too much in my opinion on that. I'm going to go the over. I think there's going to be some points, it's just kind of a scary thing for me to think because the Jaguars do have a damn good defense. But
yeah, so we are not in agreement on this one.
There we go.
Because I am taking the under in this game because I think this is a game where the defenses show up on both these teams.
Slabanaka.
This is a good old Slabanaka. And the Rams defense has been like underrated, like pretty good. And same with the Jags. Like, no one's what we're talking about until like week 5. And they have one of the most sackiest teams out there. They got huge sacks.
Yes, team.
Yeah.
What's also
not the biggest sacks.
Turnovers.
Yeah. And they didn't get it last week. And they're still like a top 5 turnover team.
Yeah.
So I do think Matt Stafford is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. He's got the history and the track record to prove it. But Jags are home. And I don't just say that because they list them as home, but you know how many times Jaguars played in England so far? 14.
Yeah. 14
times. They're the only team that's in double digits that played in England.
Yeah.
And they're about like this is the 14th time. There's some teams that have only played there like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, I think we played.
This is their second home.
4 times in England and once in Germany.
Yeah, so this is like their second home. So they're not like caught off guard by going over to England because they do it once a season, maybe sometimes twice a season.
In all fairness, their home stadium is basically an away stadium because nobody actually is from Jacksonville.
Pretty true. Pretty right here. So I'm taking the Jags in the spread here because I do think it's going to be a close game, a close defensive game. I'm taking the under, but I do think the Rams squeak out the win, and it's one of those like games that's going to end like 19-17.
Yeah, I mean,
a fun watching game, and we have to apologize to London again for another. Not the best.
The field also better. That was the complaint last week, was that the field was bad there. So, we'll see what happens. So next up,
we'll see the weather. Next up, you got the Vikings going to Minnesota. Don't you know?
Vikings are going into Minnesota.
The Vikings are going to Minnesota. Eagles are going into Minnesota there. Man, give me the card there. Well, the Eagles are 1.5-point favorites in this game, and the over/under at this game is 43.5 points. Yeah, JJ suit up this game. Will suit up for practice this week, but he's not listed as a starter, so it just tells me they're just saying he suit up just to put misdirect out there. Without JJ and a shorter quarterback, Carson Wentz doesn't have enough to take on this Eagles team, I don't think.
Though it's interesting, with Carson Wentz have a little more oomph playing the old Eagles.
He might.
Oomph.
I don't think he has enough. Because he's also like timid because he got hurt, got the ring because his back quarterback had to win a Super Bowl for him. Oof. Deflated real fast.
Like a
so I'm thinking the Eagles to win this game. Like, listen, the Eagles aren't right. They have a lot of issues going on as well. The best sides of the football here is the Vikings defense. But Barkley can still run the ball. Although Barkley is not to go on a side tangent, he is averaging right now compared to last year's stats is running 71 yards less a game.
Yeah. It's
which is
crazy.
Insanity. It's the biggest deficit from year after year of a running back in the Super Bowl era.
Well, they always say this year after a 2,000-yard season is usually not good for a running back. It kind of hurts them.
Well, they lean on them heavily, but I do think it's a get right game for the Eagles against a lackluster offense for Minnesota. I think special teams is going to play a bigger role in this game. So I'm thinking Eagles to win, Eagles to cover, and I'm taking the under.
I'll tell you this, though. If the Eagles don't win this week, this is the last time I would pick them. Because, I mean, I'm with you. Eagles under is what I have here. But I'm getting close to going, is the Eagles not a team to pick anymore?
Yeah. It's getting to that point.
And let's be honest here, guys. Again, we're a Giants podcast, but the Giants have not been an elite team this year. We just destroyed them. So was that the rookies giving it some juice, or is there something wrong and rotten in Philadelphia?
Well, listen, the games they won has been within a last minute wins.
Yep. And that's what they do, though. They've always done it that way, though. Let's be honest. They don't destroy people except the Giants. Just being honest. I mean, the Eagles have had our number the last couple of years.
They had, but to say every game they've won the past few years has been by a touchdown, it's not true.
It feels
it feels like it, but we're also being homers because we're Giants fans.
No, but it's also
definitely destroyed. Eagles have definitely destroyed some teams.
I remember the really bad playoff loss in 22. The fact that that was the third time them beating us that season, it just kind of.
I'm not talking about them playing us. I'm talking about them.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying
that they win. They don't win all the games within the last 2 minutes of regulation.
That's what I'm saying. But us, that's the one team they've usually beaten on a regular basis pretty handily is the Giants. So
yeah.
All right. Next up, we got the Patriots at the Titans in the battle of the Vrabel, because
Vrabel ball
back to where he used to coach, and probably they wish they still had him because they're morons for ever letting him go, as they've now fired their coach that replaced him in Callahan this week. So let's just be very simple on this one. Titans suck, guys. Patriots have played really good the last couple weeks. Patriots are 7-point favorite. Patriots, and it's a 42.5 spread. And I'm going to say over. And really, I'm saying over because the Patriots will score that many points. This is going to be a blowout, guys. Absolute blowout.
Yeah. You know what? Drake May has sat there, and he's been one of the best quarterbacks in this year, and also as a rookie coming into this time of the season of an NFL history. He's just been, I think he has over 70% completion rate. He's been throwing up bombs left and right. This is the first time that the Patriots has got, it's been 4-2 since Tom Brady left. That being said, sometimes when you fire a head coach, your team rallies behind, the new head coach or interim head coach, and he gets a little juice there.
You can see how much.
I don't think that happens here. I think I'm in total agreement with you, Drew. This is going to be a blow up by the Pats.
Yeah,
Pats win, Pats spread, Pats over, and the over is going to come pretty much on the Patriots side by itself.
This is going to be a great game to watch if you're a Patriot fan.
Yeah. It's difficult to say. Did I say he's rookie? I meant from a younger quarterback coming into the league. Not that he's a rookie. He's second year. Right?
Second year. All right.
So he didn't look so right the first year, but the second year, his sophomore year, he's, I think, number 2 in stats as quarterback. Sets in the NFL.
All the stats.
All the stats.
All right.
Well, anyway, up next, before we get sidetracked too much, you got the Panthers coming into MetLife. Never. Panthers are favored on the road for the first time, I think, in almost
50 years.
50 games, I think it is. It's something crazy.
Since they're
favored by 1.5 points, which is that's how much Vegas is telling you to not pick the Jets in this game.
Yeah.
With the over-under at 41.5 points. Well, Vegas, screw you. They limited Justin Fields last week a lot. And it shows. The Panthers are wishy-washy. They're definitely on the right track of being a better team. The Jets suck. That's not trying to sugarcoat that. But no team really sucks that bad in the NFL. I think this is a good right game for the Jets at home, where they're going to squeak this win out. And I think they do it in the over. So I'm taking the Jets to win, Jets to cover in the over.
Yeah, I just feel like this is going to be one that is going to be a weird blowout where you're going to be like, oh my God, this is how bad the Jets are. Like, that's what I feel like. This is going to be that game where you go, God damn, the Jets are really, really that bad. And I think the Jets will lose horrendously to the Panthers. I think the Panthers will just, I don't think it's going to be close. I really think this is going to be that game. I'm complete opposite of you in this. I got Panthers, I got Panthers, and I even have under because I think this is going to be like one of those like 21-7 kind of games. Like, I think it's going to be that kind of low scoring. Like, the Jets offense won't do crap. The Panthers will do just enough at that point to look like it was a blowout. Like, they're not going to go 30, 40 points on them. They're going to do, a few touchdowns, and the Jets will do nothing but fall around and flail around like dead birds, all kinds of things.
Yeah, we'll see.
We shall. Next up, we got the battle of the crappy teams. The Dolphins at the Browns. Like, I know you thought the Panthers at the Jets will be a weird lineup here. No, the Dolphins at the Browns. And I got to tell you guys, I didn't know where the hell to go in this game here. On paper, I would say go Dolphins because it's the Browns, but y'all know that I like actually Dylan Gabriel, and I think he's got a potential future in this league here, depending on how he progresses. Unfortunately, he went to the Browns. That doesn't help his case, but I just hedge my bet one for me, guys, because the Browns are literally favored by 2.5 points. So I'll pick them to win. I'm going to pick the Dolphins to beat the spread, though, just to hedge the bet, because I have no clue to go. I would not place a single penny on this matchup here. And then 37.5 is the over-under. But it's that low. They're just asking you to go over. Like, please go over. They know it's going to be low. So go the under. So I got Browns, Dolphins, under.
Yeah, 100%. When Vegas is showing you that low, they're saying, hey, come on. No one scores that little. But look what the Jets and Broncos did last week. They put combined at 20 points. Just about. But I agree. Listen, you got a defense that's one of the best in the leagues, which is the best side of football, the four sides of football. So I'm taking the Browns in this game. Granted, you have Tua on the other side, who's calling out teammates. Granted, he calls his teammates by name.
No, he's calling himself out, not even realizing it. I'm sorry. You're complaining about teammates not even showing up to team-only meetings. That shows that either A, you didn't have the balls to set it up yourself, or B, your teammates didn't feel like they had to listen to you and go to your team-only meeting, your players-only meeting.
Well, listen, that's a little bit of both. So he's calling him out in public. Hey, no practice.
Calling himself out. He doesn't even realize it. That's the bad part.
Yeah.
Too many hits in the head.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both there. So there's some like wishy-washy, there's turmoil. Do they try to come out and play sharp for McDaniels? Because if he loses this game against the Browns, he's probably fired come Monday. And I'm going to hedge my bet saying that he gets fired come Monday because I'm taking the Browns to win, the Browns cover. And I'm taking the under because I just think there's more defensive game, more turnovers than a lot of people are thinking about offense over here.
And
I think that's what wins football.
Here's two teams that are being coached by guys who are considered offensive guys, like very good offensive minds that got a shot as a head coach, and both of them now are kind of doing really bad. Just saying, Giants fans, keep an eye on this game because we're going to need a new offensive coordinator probably next year, regardless of what happens with Dable, which is still up in the air too. But even if everything's great, Mike Kafka ain't coming back. I'm telling you guys, he is looking to leave for years. New offensive coordinator, Mike McDaniels, very good one. Kevin Stefanski, a very good one. Those are guys who could be very good OC candidates, though.
100%. Well, up next, we got the Saints going into Chicago. Playing Bears.
Bears.
Which the Bears are favored by 4.5 points in this game, with the over-under at 46.5 points. This is one of those games where you might say any given Sunday, because the Saints have just been playing tough football. Like, as much as they've been losing games, that they're in it and playing tough football. And the Bears have been winning now. They're 4-2. Like, they're sitting higher up in that division. A lot of people are thinking about it. And a lot of people don't give them credit for it.
You won, what, 3 in a row now?
Yeah. And they're not – I wouldn't consider them a tough football team yet, but they're winning games.
Yep.
They did beat they're coming off a short week. They did beat DC last week, but they're also playing a team that's just in your face, gritty football. I'm taking the Bears to win this game, but I'm going to take the Saints to cover it. I'm going to hedge my bet on this. Like, this is one of these games that, like, I think it can go either way. And then I'm also going to take the over this game because 46.5 points is just like, it's going to end at like 27-24. Yeah.
I see. I got a lot more faith in the Bears than you do, because the Bears,
which is crazy to say, because you have never been on my side.
Well, listen, I've not
the Bears
Williams' side, but I'm telling you right now, like, they've won 3 games in a row. Their record's looking as good as Caleb Williams' nails. So, I mean, you have to kind of like give a little credit where credit's due at that point. They're winning. Caleb Williams may not look elite yet, or maybe ever, but they're winning. And that's all that matters. You're winning. So
he's made a big progression.
Yeah, and you're playing really one of the worst teams in the NFL, one that I'm still pissed we didn't beat. And, when it boils down to it, the Bears are the better team. And it's not close based on how the teams are playing lately. So Bears to win, Bears to cover the spread. And I'm going to sit there and say the over as well. That's the one thing you and I agree with there. I should say we agree on 2 out of 3, I should say, actually. But I'm going to agree with you on everything but the spread. I think it's going to be a lot further apart this game than you're thinking there. I mean, who knows? The Bears are still fresh to winning. Like, I don't know if you want to say they're a trustworthy team yet, but
I don't think they're quite trustworthy. I think it's I do think they win. I just don't think it's by more than a field goal.
I just
more than 4 points.
The Saints, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
That's what this is really about. I don't trust the Saints at all.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm gonna go that route now. Now you got the AFC West matchup that no one wanted.
No one wanted.
No one wanted. The Raiders at the Chiefs. And and listen, no one wanted it so bad we lost Rob. That's how bad that matchup is. Listen, there's not a doubt in my mind that the Chiefs will win this game. And the only thing that I would say is a little bit suspect there is going to be the spread in this game here, because got 11.5 point spread, guys. That's a decent size spread there. That's like, you got to be up by more than a touchdown and a field goal to win that. That's a little uncommon in football. Now, again, the Chiefs are a much better team, so it's possible. But they're divisional rivals. They do play each other twice a year. So I'm going to sit there and say the Chiefs win, which they typically do beat AFC West teams. But I'm going to say the Raiders will actually cover the spread there, because 11.5 points is just too rich for my blood there. 45.5 is the over-under. I'm going to go the under on that. I think it's going to be more of a defensive matchup. Now, Rob, on his side, though, he's got the Chiefs to win as well, but he's got them covering the spread, and he's got the over. So he thinks this is going to be a blowout. So we'll see. Like I said, I just don't see with a divisional rival kind of situation there. We move to the 4 o'clock games here. We got the Chargers going against Indiana Jones and the Colts there. And listen, the Chargers just haven't been right the last couple of weeks. And all started the week that we played them, and they lost Joe Alt, and their whole offensive line fell apart. They just haven't been the same ever since. So, until proven otherwise, you got to go with, okay, this is the team winning. This is the team not winning, or not looking good, at least while they do win some of the games. So I'm going to go with the Colts to win this game. And it's crazy that the Colts are just rolling right now in wins. But the Colts to win, it's a 1.5 point differential, and that's all. So I'm obviously not going to be changing anything based on 1.5 points. So I'm going to see the Colts will cover that spread as well. 48.5 is the over/under. It's going to be, I think, the over. As much as the Chargers have a decent, defense overall. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. We played them, but when it boils down to it, is they're going to have to put up some points because things haven't been going their way lately. This is going to be one of those games that kind of, Indiana Jones has been, like I said, that I just love the nickname. I do. But it's like
it's amazing. If you go to sleep wrap for fantasy football, they gave him a little hat and a jacket with the whip.
But they've been winning and they've been putting up points on everybody. So you got to imagine that they continue to do so until otherwise. So yeah, so like I said, Colts over.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement with you. DJ has looked like a different quarterback since he left the Giants.
Yep.
And he's not the best player that's putting up points in that team. That's JT.
Yep.
That offensive line is probably one of the best, not the best, but definitely top 5 in football. It's allowing DJ to have time behind the pocket to throw the ball. And it's awesome. No. Well, yeah, in Minnesota. Yeah, in Minnesota a little bit. But he also has a great running back, which, hey, listen, he had Barkley too, but, JT now is like running the ball. And everyone's trying to stop JT, and, you got DJ throwing the ball downfield, which we haven't seen him do in years. Fantastic. Consistently. But surprisingly, it's that defense that's also been stepping up. And the pass rush is what's going to win this game as well. So I agree. It's I think the Colts steal this one from the Chargers, especially because the Chargers have been banged up. And I think Herbert is going to throw the ball down the field a little bit. Pass rush is awesome for the Colts, but secondaries, I'm going to say sucks, but they could definitely get thrown upon. And Harbaugh is going to have to give the ball to Herbert to throw it instead of run the ball at the field.
Yeah.
But up next, let's talk about our game real fast. We'll get right in there. We're going to the Mile High. Giants are playing the Broncos. Broncos are favored by 7 points in this game, which is crazy with the over-under at 40.5 points. We're realists as a Giants fans podcast here. Giants probably don't win this game. You're going against one of the best defenses. They're a defense that's a better version of the Saints defense. They play gritty football in your face. And they have a quarterback that sits behind a good offensive line. And they're more of a run first. And I think Bo Nix will actually come out and throw the ball in this game. That being said, I think the Giants cover this game. Because the 7 points is a little too much. I think it's going to be a little more defensive game than a lot of people think about. Because I think the pass rush will actually get after Bo Nix in this game. And then with that over-under at 40.5 points, it's just a little too low for my blood. I think both sides will get close to that 20 mark going over that 41 points that's needed to cover this. And I have to put it out there. The little guy out there said that he loves me so much and don't lose blue, win blue. The green pack go to lose, right, friend? That's a 4-year-old right that. So you guys know. So, yes. Giants don't lose. We'll cover, and pack sucks to suck, right?
All right. Well, you said the Giants will lose, but they'll cover.
Yeah. I gotta be honest with you.
That's where I'm at. I mean, listen, I'm not going to say this is impossible to win because this Giants team has played much better the last few weeks here. But again, this Broncos defense against an offense that has struggled for much of the season, I can't trust the Giants yet as far as a betting person. As a fan, obviously, I'm going to root for them hardcore still. But I'm going to go Broncos to win, Giants to cover, and I'm with you on the over on the points because 40.5 is pretty low. I don't think it's going to be a blowout kind of game at that point there. I mean, I could see like the Broncos winning like 24-21.
Yeah,
I think that's like a realistic number at that point there, So
100%.
Next up, we got the Packers at the Cardinals. Oh, yeah.
Talk about that Pack team.
People shoving cheese into boxes versus the little red birds. Such an exciting matchup. But listen, I Packers are so much the better team in this matchup here. Let's be honest, they have not exactly been the greatest solid team the last couple of weeks. Like, they really haven't. You got to say they've been kind of a disappointment there. I mean, if I was a Packers fan, I would be disappointed. That's for sure. I'm definitely not egging someone on that's probably watching. Definitely not at all in any way, shape, or form. But I mean, in all fairness, and all kidding aside in this whole thing, they lose the Browns, they tie to the Cowboys, they beat out the Bengals. So you got that. Sure, they're 1-1-1 in the last 3 weeks, guys. And
Yeah.
what should have been easily winnable games, all 3 of them. So, yeah, I don't have a ton of faith in the Packers, and I'm not sure quite where they're going to go this year yet. But I know where the Cardinals are going to go, and that's the top 5 pick in the NFL draft. So therefore, I'm going to say the Packers win. The Packers will cover the 6.5 point spread, and I'm going to put the under on the points because, quite frankly, the Packers have had some trouble scoring a little bit there, and the Cardinals are the Cardinals. So yeah, I'm going to go under. So Packers under.
We're in complete agreement here, and it's not 100% for the same amount. I guess the same thought train here. The Packs are definitely the better team. The Cardinals are set behind the line center last week, and he might again because Kyler Murray still might be playing Call of Duty 6. So that's a big change up. That offensive line is a little like sus, and the Packers pass rush is a lot better than people are giving credit for.
Well, yeah,
they should be better on paper, especially those past 3 games. Jordan Love started the season off hot in the first 3 games, but the last 3 games have been a little But but I have to say that the Packers will get things right. They're going to be one of the best teams in the NFC. The Packers,
I'm not they're going to be an above average team. I'm not sold on
the Packers. So the Packers last year made it to the playoffs. They started off their first half of the year little kind of like this, and they got things together in the second half. That's just kind of what the Packers do.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
That division, they can still win it.
We'll see. Next up,
you got the Commanders going into Dallas over there, playing them boys. Cow pukes, if you will. The Commanders are favored by 1.5 points on the road with a 54.5 point spread, which is Vegas telling you, hey, bet the under. Well, guess what, Vegas?
Please
I've seen what both these teams done. I'm going to go with the over in this game. This game is going to go a little saucy here. But listen, Dallas's defense has nothing working for them. You got Dallas coming back, playing some good football. They're moving the ball around to different people in the wide receiver group for the Commanders. I want to take the Commanders to win this game and the over, and obviously with the spread because 1.5 is nothing. And it's pretty much saying, yeah, the Commanders are going to win, but let's hopefully it's not going to be close, but somewhat close. It's a little respect from Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big issue is the Commanders have lost 2 of the last 3. And at the Cowboys side, look at it and go, well, every single person is basically hurt. They have no right being as good as they've been. And I'm not even saying they've been good, but it's like they should be a crap team with all the injuries they've had. Dak Prescott has just been, playing really, really well, because it's the regular season. So, I think the big thing in the end is you go to who do you trust more? And I think the Commanders are going to kind of turn around at some point there. And I don't think they're going to be an elite team. We told you guys going into this, and I thought the Commanders would take a step back this year. And I think, if I remember right, you agreed with me on that, Rob, right? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
It's hard to say the team's going to go back to the NFC Championship.
Yeah. So, but I still think the Commanders are the better team in this. I'm going to pick them to win, same as you. I'm going to pick them to cover. I'm also going to pick the over because the defense is so horrendous for the Cowboys. It's going to force Dak to pass like crazy to try to keep up at that point. So,
hey, listen, he's got to play hero ball with Pickens. They don't have CeeDee Lamb. He has to play hero ball with Pickens.
Yeah.
For the past 4 weeks, whatever it's been. And it's not been working so well. They're 1-3.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I said, but they've been not embarrassing themselves. And that's the thing I'm saying. Like they should be, considering all the injuries. They should be embarrassing themselves. Next up, we got the Falcons at the 49ers. And I got to say, I was so torn in this game, guys. I would not take a single penny and put it on this game.
No.
So we got the 49ers who are literally banged up, but somehow still keep winning. I don't know how the hell they're doing
It's
it.
Mac Jones.
Yeah, and Kendrick Bourne. That's the combo. Like we're going back to 2022 version of the Patriots here. Like it's insanity. And then you got the Falcons who looked like crap. Fire their wide receiver coach, ex-Giant Ike Hilliard, and all of a sudden start winning the last couple weeks. It's a weird coincidence. I don't still see how that difference made a difference, but they've been playing amazing ever since. So, it's the game that you go, okay, do you count the scrappy team as still being scrappy, or do you count the team that's been turning around the couple of weeks? I don't know which way to go, to be honest with you guys. I'm going to take the team that's been more solid the last couple of years, and I trust their coach more, even though I've been a big fan of the Falcons coach, Raheem Morris there. I said he should get on the shot after he got fired first time by the Bucs years ago. But I'm gonna go with the 49ers this time, and I'm not confident in this game at all. I'm gonna say 49ers, and I'm also gonna say under. I just have a feeling that this is gonna be one of those low-scoring, scrappy kind of games at that point there. And no other reason than gut feeling, to be very frank with you guys, because that's not what they've been playing the last couple of weeks, the Falcons. So it's just the vibe that I have. It's in the air that this is going to be more of a low-scoring game. I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Oh, who's coming?
Oh,
anyway. Oh, my God. This is going to be
ever
fantastic. Mike Tyson, he still got it. Anyway.
Does not still have it. Phil Collins is like barely hanging on right now.
Yeah.
By the way,
I said Mike Tyson.
Oh, I thought you said he still got it because we're doing the Phil
Mike Tyson.
Collins.
He still got it.
Did you?
No, Phil Collins hanging out for dear life. My God, he's sitting in a wheelchair singing.
Yeah. Now, did you see who died today? Speaking of people who were kind of on the end there, Ace Frehley of Kiss, the original.
I didn't see he died. I saw that he was. He would undergo. He was brave.
They said he was in really bad shape, and then I heard like literally, I'm on my Facebook feed, and it's like he's in the hospital, not looking good. Next post as I scroll up, he's dead. I'm like, whoa.
Honestly, I just saw that he was in the hospital. I think it was hemorrhage.
I'm like, wait, ease me into this a little here. Like,
yeah,
I've been Kiss Army since about 2000 here, so like, I like the band. I don't think they have credit for the fun they are. Plus, he's a Jersey boy. He's originally from Morristown. People don't realize Kiss gets called a New York band. They're actually more of a Jersey band. I mean, Peter Criss.
Well, I think it's 50-50, isn't it?
Well, Peter Criss, the drummer, lives in Wall Township. So, so I think the big thing is, Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons obviously were kind of the faces of the band. And I don't know where they were born off the top of my head here.
Queens, Brooklyn. They're Brooklyn Jews, aren't they?
I know they're Jewish. I just don't know. Yeah, New York City for Stanley, and then Gene Simmons, the walking STD. Let's see, he is.
How many things he's got his tongue? He's probably got a different part of tongue.
76 years old. I didn't realize. Yeah, he's also New York. So they're kind of half and half, New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but we're going to take credit for them because we take credit for everything in Jersey. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm completely opposite in this game. Go back to this game. It's Niners-Falcons. The Falcons are going into San Francisco. I'm taking the Falcons to win this game. This is also a game I agree with Drew. I would not.
I won't argue.
No
argument here.
I took listen, you have an upward swing from a young talent that's coming to. They're finding their place. Compared to a team that's beat up, literally like they've been carting people off like every week off the in San Francisco.
Yep.
So like, how do you keep going forward? There's only so much coaching you can do before like you're picking your third string like offensive tackle out there and planning on them to like stop the ball here. And I think where the game's going to be won is on the trenches and not so much. Well, yes, on the offensive line, obviously, because that's where the trenches are. But McCaff plays great football, but I think Bijan is going to step up this game and win it for him, which is going to open up some of the passing game for Penix to go to that to one and diversify this ball a little bit more. I do think it's going to be a close game, but I am still taking the Falcons to win. I'm going to take the Falcons covered because they're underdogs here, if you will. I'm taking the over though. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a shootout than you think. But then again, I can see a scenario where you're right. So this game is probably going to be the difference of what our week is going forward.
I can see anything
of the year.
I can see anything. And the only thing that I think we can all agree on is that Bijan Robinson is the greatest football player to ever be named after a little tiny foo-foo dog. That's where I think the only thing we'd agree on there. So next up.
All right, Drew, you should have taken this one away, but I'm going to talk about Monday Night Football at 7 o'clock. You got the Buccaneers going in to Detroit, playing the Lions.
Got to do that since the guy from Kiss just died today.
The Lions here.
How ironic, a band that half the members are from Jersey, half of them are from New York, and their most popular song they ever had.
Detroit Rock City.
It is, well, I should say that Party All Night Long, yes, is there, but Detroit Rock City is at least one of their biggest hits, and there's no New York song. Where's their New York song? Even Frank Sinatra, New York. Come on, Kiss.
That's because half their songs are like Love Gun, where it's all talking about their junk and how they're banging.
I call them disco metal.
You're not wrong for that. But
Yeah,
they just talk about like how they're going to like fornicate with other, with whoever's coming up. Love
half of their songs are a woman's name.
Yeah,
Christine, Beth, all it's like just is what it is. But like I said, good band. Good band.
But yeah,
Psycho Circus.
Yeah, going back to this game here. This is going to be a fun game. Listen, Lions got upset last week. The Bucs have been on a tear. The over in this game is probably going to be the right bet overall. I can see this game going either way, but you're taking the Lions, just lost to the Chiefs. They're going home. I think they defend their home championship. They're going to win this game, but I think the Bucs cover because they've been playing some gritty football. The Bucs have been probably top 3 NFC team right now as it stands. Maybe I might dare say better statistically going into this game than the Lions, but I don't think they have what it takes to beat the Lions, which is kind of ironic to say because, the level of talent of what they played against, of what the Lions played against, I think the Lions squeaked this out, but the Bucs cover, and it's one of those games that gets decided in with the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean that's what the Bucs do. Every single game is within the last couple minutes, but the Bucs are just so banged up right now, and that's the part of the problem. Now, Mike Evans is supposed to be coming back for this one. I know it's kind of the toast of town here in Tampa Bay. Mike Evans coming back. He's on his quest to continue his 1,000-yard streak that he's had, since the end of this league. So that's a big thing for them because anytime you can literally beat a record that Jerry Rice has, then that's a big thing there. So I just think it's the Lions this time. I just think they're just a little too banged up and not going to quite have it to do it. So I'm with you on Lions Bucs over.
Nice.
So that brings us into our final game. I don't know why they're keep on doing the 2 Monday Night Football games. Am I the only one who hates that? Like,
I'm not a fan.
That game starts at 10 o'clock.
Let's play the West Coast game because who wants to stay up at 10 o'clock at night and stay up to midnight every Monday night? It's Tuesday, man. I got to go to work.
Yeah, I just feel like it's games gonna end like 1:00, 1:30 in the morning. Like it's craziness. Like I can't imagine that's the game time to do it. Like I just can't. If anything, put on like another Thursday night football game. You know, you can't do Friday because that's high school football. You can't do Saturday because that's college football. You're not going to do a Tuesday night game because then just too many nights you're playing football, supposedly. I don't know. To me, I'd have a Tuesday and a Wednesday game. That's just me. I just want football every day.
Definitely Roger Goodell. That's where he wants to go, but he's got to do it slowly.
He'll put the Wednesday night game in England, of course, too, because it'll just be fitting. But
Wednesday before the bye.
Talk is BS. But anyway, the beauty of it is if you're not going to stay up for this one, this is going to be a blowout game, in my opinion. I mean, the Texans, I think, are going to get destroyed by the Seahawks. It's 3.5 point spread. I think that's not even enough. I really don't. I think that the Seahawks are actually a very safe bet in this one here. And I think the under, because I think the Texans aren't going to really put up anything against the Seahawks. So I think Seahawks under.
I can see where you come from. And to a point, I agree with what you're saying. But you know what the Texans done right before the bye is they won by 25 points in the past 2 games before leading up to the bye. Yeah, they started off slow. Their defense is probably one of the best defenses at the pass rush. But then again, you also have to look at Sam Darnold, who's been the best at yards per reception. Like he's gone out there and he's the highest guy that's throwing deep balls. And that defense is good enough. It's not great.
He's the highest guy? Are you saying he cannot pass a drug test?
Oh, he can't pass a drug test. I think he's so high right now. Like Sam Darnold's been been very good at throwing the ball deep, and he's got the talent to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So
and I think that's less like a fluke, that's for sure, what he did last year.
Yeah. It maybe can you say this is like a Baker Mayfield and a remaking the Seahawks' new home?
Say Bacon?
Yes, Bacon. Baker Mayfield. He had to go to listen. He had to be all right with Cleveland. Go down to Carolina, do okay, then go over to the Bucs, and right now it's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now.
I gotta say, if I'm Anthony Richardson, I am begging to be traded to the Vikings.
Oh yeah.
Like, look at Sam Darnold now after being with them. Look at, Daniel Jones them at that point. Like, I want to go there or I want to go to the 49ers.
And listen, spots. And JJ is practicing. He's not listed as a starter, which means he's probably not ready to play. And they might entertain that idea.
Well, they're not going to put Anthony Richardson and trade for him and then start him. But
yeah.
I'm just saying, if I'm him, that's where I want to go, someplace to rebuild the career. But
yeah.
We'll see. So,
but I hear what you're saying with the Seahawks, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Like I think the Texans hang in there because their defense has been playing very tough football, and yeah, their offense has started off very slow. They do. The biggest concern is the pass rush on the Seahawks and that weak offensive line on the Texans. So I do think they lose this game, but I do think they keep it close enough where they could cover that spread, lose by 3, and they're going to do it in the over.
Well, we shall see.
Time will tell.
And this, like I said, this is going to be, I think, an interesting game for us overall interesting week for us overall because there's a lot of games here that are crapshoots. There really are. To be honest, and I don't like to say it this way ever because I like to think of like gambling as like something that like you spend time on to figure it out as far as games. This is kind of a crapshoot week. Like, and one of us might win out of pure luck, to be very frank, on some of these crapshoot games. We're like, I don't know who to pick, so I'm just going to pick this one. Like that's this kind of week, and I wouldn't recommend putting a lot of money into this week in general. So, we'll see what happens there. But listen, guys, that's going to call it a night for us. We'll be back again, of course, for you guys on game day as we're riding high at the mile high there, talking about the play-by-play here at 4 o'clock. And, of course, the post-game coverage as well for you guys. So, like I said, if you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that share, tell a friend about the show because that's how we help grow.
Yeah,
let it grow, like the Lorax says, okay? By the way, have you seen the TikTok videos of the guy running around the stores dressed up as the Lorax?
No, not at all.
It's hilarious. He like tucks his knees up under his shirt and stuff like that and waddles around with the cane and everything saying, let it grow, and does like a whole poem to like wherever the story is. He's like, let it grow. We are in a Petco. It's like, what are you doing?
Petco, nice.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Like he goes into a Home Depot and he's crying about the trees because he's seeing the lumber. It's hilarious. Yeah. I think the guy's called. It's a weird name, but Juicy Jacob is his name, and it's weird because it sounds like an OnlyFans thing, but no, it's like.
About to say, what are we signing into, bro?
Yeah, that's his actual name, and it's funny that he does a thing too where he dresses up. He does a lot of different characters, but that's like the one he's known for. But he also dresses up as Transformers or Megatron, not Megatron. I'm sorry, Optimus Prime, and he dresses up as that. And he goes into car dealerships and he tries to get the cars to awaken and be freed.
That's funny.
Oh my god!
Well, real fast before we go here, Bengals winning 17-10.
I got about 8 minutes left in the third.
Yep.
A lot of turnovers.
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal. Aaron had 2 picks, but it's 4th and goal. So it looks like the Bengals are going to kick it. So it might go up to 20-10. I
will say one pick I will not put on Aaron Rodgers because it'll literally taken out of the hands of DK Metcalf, which is impressive. He's a strong receiver. Like they literally
just big body receiver.
So and they're about to kick a field goal, so it'll be 20-10 in a minute here for the Bengals. So might have to be a strong comeback. So stop picking up. So guys, again, we'll be back again for your game day Sunday there. Appreciate you guys for watching. As always, live on YouTube, the preferred platform, along with, of course, Facebook, Twitch, X/Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it, and of course, Rob's favorite. I was going to say Craigslist, but okay, my LinkedIn profile, and of course,
profile.
We're available the next day on all the audio podcast platforms: Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, all the big ones there. Appreciate you guys for listening as always, and for watching and for supporting the show. We'll see you guys on game day there. Hopefully, another win. That'd be nice. Another win would be very nice. Appreciate you guys for watching as always. And as always, Giant fans,
go J-Man! J-Man! J-Man!
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm